I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to our Feel Good Friday self-care series. And so we'll introduce ourselves briefly. We do have two very special guests, and we're going to learn much more about them. And they'll just introduce themselves real quick, but we'll get into more detail about them. Right now, let's introduce ourselves, our affiliation with the clinic, and just, you know, one thing that's been getting you through the week, that's what I've been, you know, called to ask everyone. We all have different ways and strategies and practices that help to keep us grounded, to keep us balanced in the midst of it all, right? In the midst of life. So if you could just share, you know, your name, your affiliation with the clinic, and what's been getting you through the week. So who would like to start? Hello, Rebecca.
Hi, Tina. Hi, everyone.
Welcome, Rebecca. I'll go ahead and start, Tina. Aloha mai kako. Dr. Lee here. I'm so excited. I'm the Director of Innovation and Transformation at West Hawaii Community Health Center. That's a fancy term for outreach and education. And I'm so honored my colleagues here, my team members, Tina and Claudia, have just taken this Feel Good Friday platform and have placed it in the hearts of our entire community. The one thing that's been helping me to get through is I'm going to go back to my serenity prayer, because that's been holding true for me. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So I'm going to tag team Claudia. Tag, you're it.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Well, I'm Claudia Hartz, and I'm a community health worker for West Hawaii Community Health Center. Something that's kept me going this week, well, it's my birthday week. I'm not going to say my age, but it's always nice to feel it's the start of a new year, right? Kind of like January 1st, but you're also, for me, a kind of a starting fresh. So that's going this week. Thank you.
That's awesome. I want to share too. My name's Tina Evans. I'm a staff member here at the West Hawaii Community Health Center Innovation and Transformation Department. And what's been getting me through, we're going to talk more about it later, but really looking at my purpose, you know, considering my purpose every day, you know, sitting with that, breathing into it. And then I wanted to share this quote that's from the Power of Purpose by Richard Leider. We're going to get into more of our relationship and connection with him. He's authored several books, and he's just like the guru of purpose. But this is what's getting me through the week. It says, our purpose is the essence of who we are and what makes us unique. You have a purpose no matter what age you are. So I took that directly from his book. It's encouraging to me because I am growing wiser. You know, I'm not going to say getting older. I'm going to say growing wiser. And so sometimes you might think, oh, shoot, I'm getting older. Maybe I'm not, you know, doing my purpose. Maybe I'm not in alignment. But it's never too late. As long as we have breath in our body, we can be on purpose. So that's what's been getting me through the week. Anyone else like to share?
I'll share. You know, I've had the extreme pleasure of starting physical therapy. Some little thing happened, and I happened upon the best physical therapist, and it's, you know, I'm forming a new relationship with my body in a way, you know, just building the core. And I've had fitness coaches tell me core, but it didn't hit home in such a meaningful way as it has this last week with this great physical therapy. And I do feel more centered and grounded and strong. So that's been a big help for me.
Oh, thank you so much, Rebecca, for sharing. Sonia?
Hi, everyone. I'm Sonia. We're from the Big Island. We're actually on vacation right now. So we're over in Washington, and Being in Washington is getting me through the week because, you know, we don't live here. So I want to go and check out new places. We got to see some snow, and just being on this cool adventure is just getting me through the week because it's so much fun, but it's cold, but it's nice. I can't wait to be warm again.
Definitely keeping it safe at the same time. So,
Yes.
you know, with everything going on. But I'm Travis Correa, and what's getting me through the week is my why. Just like Tina's purpose. You know, whatever you have, you find your purpose in. That's what's gonna wake you up in the morning. My whys wake me up in the morning every single day. First with myself, knowing that if I, you know, stand strong in what I want to do in my life, and empower myself daily through the different words that I read, and just surrounding myself with people that are we can empower others by empowering ourselves on a daily basis. And so my why is just myself, my wife, and my kids. That's what keeps me motivated every day. It's that simple. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Travis. Oh, we just look so forward. We're going to hear more from you in just a moment. We have time for a couple more. Share with us what's getting you through the week.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm at Family Support Services. West Hawaii helps out a lot of our families. I was just there this morning. I saw Claudia taking a family to the dentist, so that was good. What I'm really finding for me is really tuning in when I'm needing like a little transition time, and when I'm just kind of overloaded and needing a time. Like Rebecca's my boss, and I'll just be like, boss, I need 5 minutes or maybe 10. Like, let's say I go out and do a bunch of visits or drive and come back before like I focus into the computer and do things. I just kind of need some time to like get to the next thing. Otherwise, I feel like a little kid that has a hard time transitioning to the next activity, and then I feel more frazzled. So I think just honoring that within myself and just taking even a few minutes just to stop and to breathe and to connect and to kind of reorganize my brain and my body and then get back into what I need to do helps me stay a little bit more stable and balanced for the day. So learning to honor when I'm feeling like I need a little time.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Sarah. That's very good advice and a reminder to do that. Yes. One more. Come on. Who we got on
Hi,
the- Oh,
I'm
there we go.
Heidi Teraoka from Neighborhood Place of Kona, and our families that we serve, they also utilize West Hawaii Community Health Center in many, many mighty ways. And what's been getting me through this week, I have a prayer partner on the mainland in Texas, and she is originally from Michigan. I've never met someone from Michigan I didn't like. And we just take turns uplifting each other.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Heidi. Yes, we should remember, we should remember our connections and make new connections as we go. All right, Claudia, why don't we go ahead to the next slide, and we'll hear from others as we go along. We encourage everyone to participate, as much as possible. And we'll go ahead and go on to the next slide in just a moment. We're just going to get to know Travis and Sonia. That's the purpose of this session.
Sorry, Tina, can you all see the PowerPoint? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's still on the first slide though. If we can progress to the next slide. There we go. Yes, here we are with Travis and Sonia. Okay, transformational health coaches from Kona, Hawaii, helping to empower others to become the dominant forces in their lives. Tell us more about this mission.
No, absolutely, you guys. Thank you first and foremost for having us. Tina, Claudia, you guys have been reaching out to us, and we're just super excited to just share a little bit about what we do and why we love doing what we do, because we have a purpose, and we're not special guests, but we have a special purpose, and we just love to share that with every single one of you guys, because we're all in a field to help one another. And that's the greatest gift, is always just giving, right? And just continuing to just give, because a gift that's not given is not a gift. And the greatest gift that we can give is love and hope and even compassion. So we're transformational coaches, health coaches that really focus on mind, body, soul, and really focus in on creating true balance within a person. And we love working with people. That is our passion, and we focus on healthy habits. And that's the biggest thing, is that once we change our habits, our habits become us, basically. I think that's kind of like a quote that we always run off of, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, we're definitely healthy habit coaches, because once we change our habits, everything becomes easy, because the habits that don't serve us will never move forward. But when we create habits that are going to serve us and move us and catapult us into the future, to create the best versions of ourselves, the sky's the limit. And so we just love helping people, empower themselves, become the dominant force in their life, one day at a time, one healthy habit at a time. And it might sound, I talked about my why earlier. It might sound like, oh, you started off with yourself, but that's where it really does start off, family. For me, what I've known, and I'm a huge community guy. It was always give, 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 but never give to yourself, kind of a thing. Never take care of yourself. And so when I found out that I needed to take care of myself first, because I had a bunch of things going on, then I really started to balance out. And that's why every morning I wake up, I say thank you first and foremost for just living in gratitude. And then from there, I go on and empower myself, so that in turn, when my kids wake up, my wife wakes up, I can go on and help them empower themselves as well. So it's all about energy. It's all about just becoming that force, so that you can just, be that beacon of light to everybody as you reach out. Yeah. So
Yeah, we like to call ourselves hope dealers, because
Hope
we like
dealers.
to,
Yeah.
breathe health and hope, and just help others to really, live their best lives, because, the time is now. The time, we don't have too much time. That's all we have. So, let's live our best life. And that's what we like to just, help others create.
Yeah. Give hope.
Give hope.
That's
Hope
it.
dealers.
Yeah.
Hope dealers, get hope. That is so wonderful. We're gonna move to the next slide with your first quote, and Dr. Lee will enter into that with us. But I just wanted to comment on what you just said, because this week, in my prayer time, my meditation time, a thought came to me, and it was that, instead of asking and begging for blessings, realize that I am the blessing. I am it. I am the blessing.
Yeah.
And you know what's happened? I've been saying that in my mind and just holding it in my heart. And guess what's happened this week? I've had at least 5 people say, oh, you've been such a blessing. You've just been such a help. Oh, I don't know what I would have done without your assistance. Or, you know what I mean? And so I'm admitting that I'm a hope dealer. I didn't even know that.
Right. That's cool.
I'm a hope dealer. All right, thank you guys. Go ahead, Dr. Lee.
I'm so excited to, I'm honored to launch this first quote given to us by our hope dealers, right? I love that. And the quote here is by one of my favorites, Mr. Jim Rohn. The stronger the why, the easier the how becomes. I'm going to read that once more for our listeners. The stronger the why, the easier the how becomes. So Hope Dealer 1 or Hope Dealer 2, take us away on this. Why did you choose this, and what's your message? And then, as you all know, we're going to open it up to our Feel Good Friday friends to also share. So take it away.
Yeah, so we love this quote because you have to have a really strong why. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen. Nothing's going to change. And if you just have, an extrinsic, it's a tongue twister for me, extrinsic why, something like, oh, I just want to get healthy because I want to lose weight, or I just want to get healthy because I want to go fit in my bikini. That's not strong enough. That's just a temporary thing that's going to happen. You really have to get deep, 7 layers deep. Why is that important? Why do you want to lose weight? I wanted to lose weight because, I want to be healthy for my kids. Why do you want to be healthy for your kids? Because I want to live a long time. I want to meet my grandkids. I want to, be around and create the best possible life for all of us, my whole entire family. And the stronger the why, the easier the how becomes. Yes, there's going to be obstacles, but if you always just come back to your why, you'll be able to bust through any obstacle.
Yeah, absolutely. And you bust through any type of obstacle, whether okay, you can either go up, you can go under it, you can go side to side, or you can go right through it. And I love going right through them because that just shows the force that you are within yourself to go through any barrier, no matter how strong it may be holding you. That we are, human beings, we're adaptable. We can do anything. But we got to believe in that. And if we have a strong why, we can bust through any obstacle that's going to hold us back, because then the how becomes, because we're just going to make the decision to do so. And so I think for me, and I know for Sonia, is that when you make a decision to commit, not to quit, because your why is so powerful that you're going to make the change in whatever fashion that you want. The how becomes so easy, because you made the commitment, you made that decision to do it, so yeah, that's huge. If you have a strong why, the how becomes easy. And if you don't have a strong why, then
you gotta go
deeper.
Why is that important?
Yeah, it really comes down to that. And it's that simple, but it can be very complex, especially when you're dealing with somebody who doesn't want, or dealing with people or ourselves. We should focus on self first. If we can't go deep with ourselves, how can we have change? So our whys can be real simple, where that's what wakes us up in the morning. Whether it's good or bad, we got to go to work. I got to go to work to support my kids, or I got to support my family, or I got to go to work. I go to work today because I love going to work. I change it around. I love doing what I do. That's my why. I get to go help people. I get to speak to people today. I get to bless people today. Like Tina said, I get to be the blessing, and the why is so powerful. So you can go both ways. You know what I mean? But we always encourage everybody to really just have that mind shift, and really be powerful with that why, and make that be your breakthrough today. Yeah. That's pretty much why we think that.
Amazing. That is so powerful. Sorry, I interrupted you, Travis. Say that once more.
No, I love Jim Rohn too. So he speaks to me all day. I love it.
That is what both of you just shared just resonated so much with me. Before we open it up to the list, or to the Feel Good Friday friends here with us today, Sonia, I just want to reference the visual that popped in my head when you said you got to go 7 layers. I'm thinking the 7-layer dip, So, and if you envision the layers, right, you got to peel it away, or you got to dig through it. It's not something that that why sometimes is difficult to get to, but what I'm hearing both of you say, once you do land on that, watch out, right? Watch out. So thank you both so much. Go ahead.
No, you become unstoppable. That's
unstoppable.
You're a believer because once you believe, you block out the naysayers, you block out all those things that are going to distract you from being the best version of yourself. So believe in yourself by having a huge why, because your outcome is based upon what you want, and if it's that strong, you'll get it. So.
Thank you so much. We're going to turn it over to some of our Feel Good Friday friends here. Lynn Kang is on, but she's holding down the fort at West Hawaii Community Health Center. So she says, do not call on her. We won't, Lynn, but we acknowledge you. So anybody jump on in. What resonated with this quote in your heart or in your mind?
Dr. Lee, I thought of the 7-layer dip too, like the beans and the guac and the salsa, which sounds really good, by the way, but I totally thought of that 7-layer dip with a chip and just going to town. So maybe I'll look at that a little bit different. But I subscribe to the Blue Zones, which Dr. Lee, I know you're used to be a part of. And one of their biggest things they talk about is just finding your purpose. And they could just kind of say with finding your purpose or knowing your why, you live longer, right? Because it gives you better health, it gives you better meaning, better purpose, and you just kind of live a better life. And that's kind of one of the pieces to the puzzle of Blue Zones. Dr. Lee, you know this way better than I do, but just that if you have all those pieces aligned as best you can, the longer, the healthier, the better you will live. So may we all find our why and our purpose, or believe in it too, because maybe we're doing it but we don't believe in it, or don't think we're doing as good a job, or think that we're not doing enough, or especially as people in kind of the social service field, it's like you sometimes never feel like you're doing enough. Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah. And you bring up a great point. I want to turn it back over to our hope dealers here. Sarah just mentioned something that, you know, you got to believe in your why. Can you share with us, Sonia and Travis, just a little bit about why that belief is so crucial?
Because it's really, it comes from within. When you believe, right, it comes from within, you know, and when you have that belief in yourself to make the change, to make a transformation, that's all you need. That's it. That's all you need. And of course, your energy, as you believe in yourself, that's going to radiate and bring people in to support you, you know. And for me, honestly, that's all we really need is a strong why, because that why is going to help us keep moving forward no matter what type of adversity comes our way. You know, it is that simple. I mean, I can go into all kinds of different avenues, but I want to make sure we talk story with everybody else about their why. But believing, it goes to the old quote: what you believe, you will achieve. And if your why is strong and you want to achieve it, and that's just with anything, you know, getting
It's
a
got to
job,
be intrinsic.
it has to be intrinsic. It has to be
Intrinsic
deep. It has to
motivation.
just move you. It cannot just be a physical thing. It has to be within your soul that you want. You, that energy inside you just craves it, and it will do whatever it takes to get it.
Yeah, the secondary choices become easier
Yeah.
to just continue to move forward.
Yeah. Hopefully that worked.
Wow.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much. So I'm going to challenge the group here as we get into the weekend. What Sonia and Travis just talked about, if you don't have a why, give some thought to that. Just start with a pencil and a paper, maybe not even those tools. Just go sit somewhere quietly and give some intentional thinking around your why. So that's the challenge for this weekend. If anybody's up for it, you don't have to, but we strongly encourage that. Anybody else want to contribute to their why or this quote? We'd love to hear from you.
I would like to say one thing, Dr. Lee. In this area in my life, the physical activity and the weight loss and healthy eating, you know, that's been an ongoing challenge for me. And I think one of the things is I have to get out of the denial of how important the why is. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we can get comfortable, you know, in our bad habits. And I know for me, facing the truth about this, it's painful. And sometimes we have to just look ourselves in the eyes and say, hey, what's up? You know what you need to do. We got to get real with ourselves. So the trusting and believing, but also if you have anything that has worked for others, you know, in strengthening that why. So for me, you know, in other areas of my life, my purpose is strong and I'm just there and I'm ready and I'm a beast about it. You know, I don't fear anything with that. But in other areas, like weaker areas in my life, I have to come up. I have to come up a notch. I have to come up a few levels in order to meet that why. You know, why is this so important? I know why, but what is it that's, you know, tripping me up? If you have anything on that, Travis or Sonia.
I don't know why it just has to make you, it has to be so deep. It has to be so strong that it makes you cry, Tina. You know what I mean? Like that denial of, you know, it's just like, man,
If it can make you cry,
it's that deep. Yeah.
It'll be deep.
You will change your life if it's that strong. Like you want to live. If you want to live, then you will do whatever. If a lot of us, we wait till, you know, it's that last month where we get a timetable put on our lives to make a change. But that cannot be, you know what I mean? We got to really go deep. And let's, like Dr. Lee said, go outside today and just find your why. Find why you want to be here. Don't just go through life blindly. Don't just go and just get comfortable in the day in, day out, because you become comfortable. And when you become comfortable, it becomes complacent. And then from there, there's no growth. You become fixed mindset. We want to establish a growth mindset. And if our why makes us cry, we're always going to be moving on the up rather than going down. Because for us, we never say that you're going to maintain. There's no such thing as maintaining. The only kind of flat lining or straight line like this I see is death. Done. And so I always encourage everybody we speak to, all of the clients, even for myself every day, you got to either thrive or you're going to dive. And so, you know, just always remember that, you know, your why gotta make you cry every day, and that's gonna wake you up, you know. And Tina, I love your passion. Like I love it, you know. Just it's so real, and so.
And whatever your answer is when you're trying to figure out your why, ask yourself, why is that important? And whatever answer you have, why is that important?
Keep going.
Whatever answer, just keep going 7 layers deep.
Not the dip, not the dip, deep.
The dip, deep. I'm going to share, Sonia, Travis, I'm watching the chat, and Lynn is representing here. She's sharing. She says, I love these guys. They are amazing and so inspirational and passionate. So I just want to honor Lynn's contribution to what you both are bringing here today on Feel Good Friday. Mahalo, Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thanks, Lynn. Bringing the energy.
They can Lynn can hear us, by the way, so anybody giving love to Lynn, she's going to get it. This is great. I'm just keeping us on time, 12:26. I think we can take one more Feel Good Friday friend to comment before we move forward to the second slide.
This is Rebecca. Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
Rebecca.
You know, Tina, your share made me think, well, okay, I'll share what I've got. And I'll just say, you know, I've been on a weight loss venture for 2.5 years. And I joined a program, and that's the first thing they asked me is, what's your why? What's your why? Dig deeper, dig deeper. And I did find it, you know, that it's the first time I've ever been so disciplined over such a long period of time. And at some point it became, you know, not so effective for me, just the nuts and bolts of the program. I joined another one, and this one dug even deeper into the why. And so, you know, I've been able to, just this morning, I walked by oatmeal cookies like 3 or 4 times. And, you know, I felt really strong, and I've been surprised at the strength. And I think that's because I really am clear about, you know, the why. And, you know, another thing I think, especially for Sonia and Travis in your work, I think for me, I couldn't have been as clear about my why until I got out of the complacency issue. And, you know, because, hey, my life was working for me just fine with my bad habits, you know. And it wasn't until I got out of that complacency, and in a way it was through like a connection to myself that I'd never had before. So I think that's part in finding the why, obviously, is being connected to the self. And that was just really important for me.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for sharing. Before we move forward to the second slide, I want to share a little bit of management science. Many of you know I received my doctorate in organizational leadership, specifically around management. So there is a scientific studies show that when you ask the question why 5 times, and it dates back to, or goes back to Japan in the Toyota production plant, automating cars. When the leaders and scientists around the vehicles were looking at making the best vehicle, they asked 5 whys when they were presented with a challenge. So look at yourself as that, not challenge, but start with the self. You ask the first why. Why is that important to me? Peel that layer away. Go down that sour cream, right? First layer, Sarah, of the 7-layer dip. Get the guacamole off. That's the second why. Then the beans, that's the third why. If you get to that 5th why, you should be, as Sonia was referencing earlier, you should be getting closer to that intrinsic motivating reason why you will wake up and jump out of bed each day with that hope and with that courage. So yes, that is a real 5 why. Okay, moving ahead to the second quote. Who's going to take this one, Claudia or Tina?
I will take it here. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, by Henry Ford. I'm going to read it one more time for everybody. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Sonia, Travis, will you share why you picked this?
All mindset. Yeah, it's all mindset. You know, it's you versus you. If you tell yourself, oh, I can, you will. But if you tell yourself you can't, you know, you're right. It's going to happen because you just give up already. You know, your mindset's not there.
Right. And so basically, I mean, it's so simple. This is why we pick these quotes, you guys. It's the why, you know, thinking that we can. And I believe the next one, I'm not going to go into it yet, but you know, when we believe that we can do something, we can do it. You know, when, you know, Rebecca said that she walked by that oatmeal cookie and was like,
Good.
I'm good. And she did it. You know what I mean? And it's basic, those kind of things. It is the daily choices that and it starts right up here. And that's the greatest thing about, you know, being a transformational coach and just being there for people, is that it is not about weight loss. Weight loss is a byproduct of transformation. Weight loss is just something that's a physical thing. You know what I mean? But we love working with the mindset because we want people to empower themselves to know that they can be the dominant force and choose every single day to say, yes, I can, to do whatever I need. If I want to get healthy, I'm going to do it. If I'm going to basically make a change in my life in regards to my job, I'm going to do it. Whatever you want. I want to climb Everest. I can do it. I'm going to find a way to do it. Like, let's go. It really comes down to your your belief in yourself every single day. And if you can't find that belief within yourself, find people that will basically confirm that with you, because we surround ourselves with like-minded people that say, we can, you can. And, but it all does start right here. We play the battle between our ears all day, every day, fam. You know, you have the opportunity to choose. Yes, I can get up and I can have a great day, or I can't have a great day. I got to go to work today. Oh man, I can't believe I got to do that. I can't this, I can't that. You already are putting yourself in the funnel. But when you turn it around and X out the T in this whole thing, this whole equation, and just say, I can. Mm-hmm. It's almost like I am affirmations. I can affirmations. Those things will definitely manifest in you, and you will move forward in everything that you do. I love this quote because I know I can create the life that I want. I was a teacher for 10 years at Kamehameha Schools on Big Island and Konawaina. I told myself, I can't leave my job because my wife's telling me, well, you should try, be a transformational coach. You'd be awesome. And I'm like, no, I can't. I already put myself in that area. And I was just like, no, I can't. But when I said, you know what, maybe I can. And I took the risk, because the biggest risk is basically not taking the risk. And so I said, I can do this. And so when I said I can, I took the step. To become that can do. And basically we've created the best life possible. We work from home. We get to spend every single day with our kids. You know, we get to help people, hundreds of people, you know, really move forward in their life. And I'm so blessed to be a part of that, because I said I can.
Transformation happens when you change the way you think. So you got to think that you can. Otherwise, you know, if you are even on the fence that you think you can't, then
you're not going to do it.
It's not going to happen. Yeah. So no, you can, because you can.
Yeah. And it goes to the saying, let's be local about this. Yeah. If can. If can't.
If no can.
No can. You know what I mean? No can. We're not Vernos, because I'm not going Vernos. But you know what I'm saying.
That was the quote.
Yeah.
That makes absolute sense. If can. If no can, no can. And I just want to honor, Rebecca and I were chatting, and Sonia, I responded to you instead of Rebecca. Rebecca, I'm going to go ahead and share. And this is a phenomenal question. Rebecca's asking if Sonia and Travis are available to the patients of West Hawaii Community Health Center. My response was, currently, we don't have a formal contract with these two amazing transformational hope dealers. But, you know, as you both know, Sonia and Travis, we are a federally qualified health center. We operate through grants. And when there's a need in our community to serve vulnerable populations with a service that can transform their lives, so perhaps we can talk offline, Bombay, after, about opportunities when you guys are back on island. Paul vacationing. Okay.
Yeah.
Mahalo.
I like to share something from my childhood with can. So, you know, the word Mexican ends with C-A-N. And throughout high school, I played softball. And my last year of high school, I just wanted to give up. My uncle was coaching. It was a whole family event, right? It just the way sports are here, it becomes the family thing to do on a Friday night. And my dad was, you know, kind of transporting kind of the big cheerleader, also my uncle. And my dad said throughout high school, every time I can't play today, Dad, I'm no good. There's just like, I've been chunky my whole life, chunky running down to first base, second base, third base. And he would say, are you a Mexican or are you a Mexican? No, I'm Mexican, Dad, I'm Mexican. Are you a Mexican or are you a Mexican? No, Dad, I'm Mexican. And for some reason, that would just get me going. Thank you.
And look at you now. Claudia's entering her master's degree. She's doing amazing things in our community. She's a phenomenal mother, leader, you name it. The list goes on. So yes, you can. Anyone else wanting to share about this powerful quote?
All right. So,
Welcome, Anna.
hi. Yeah, and just a little comment. So I bet that now everybody is gonna want to be a Mexican, right?
Dr. Lee, I love, just the idea, because from day one, we have that opportunity to believe that we can. Yeah. And I totally know that my parents, just like Claudia, I always used to say, I can't do this. I can't run that extra 100 yards, Dad. I can't do this. I can't pull weeds. I can't do this. And they're like, you can. And it's just that positive affirmation. Like every day we gotta really believe in the 3-letter word of can. Just you can do anything. Anything is possible. Can. Because can. And so yeah, we just gotta fight that battle every day. But you're right if you say you can't too. So that's a big thing too that I think all of us deal with, because can't is a huge word that is said, I would say, way more than can. Can. Mexican. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. And so I'm sorry, just keep coming in little pieces. So like, yeah, it just reminded me, like, so even God says it, that's an affirmation that is right there on the Bible, in the Word of God. It says, for I can do anything through Christ, right? So basically, I can, and you can, and we all can. God says so, so it's true.
Yes, so true. I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. So very possible. And back to what Sonia and Travis were just sharing, it's really a difference of one letter, that T, and the okina or the apostrophe, but don't let that one letter be that obstacle. Tina, take it away.
All right, thank you, thank you. Yes, now this is my favorite subject. Gratitude is the best attitude. This is the real medicine. Travis, Sonia, lead us into this quote.
Every day, you guys, like, this is where it starts. We can be happy, but if we don't have to come from a sense of gratitude to be happy, it doesn't start. You know what I mean? So every day, I think I said it when I first started, is that when my feet touch the ground, my first thing is I'm thankful. Thank you. I say that to God. Thank you so much for this day. Thank you so much for my kids. Thank you so much for life, because I've never thought that I would have this life. I used to be in pain because I was overweight. I used to be in pain of mental stress, of all these kind of things. And I lost that because all I said was, what, I'm going to start just being thankful for my life every day and move towards that. And so every single day for the past year, I just said thank you every day. And when we come from a place of gratitude, you guys, we become thankful for just life in itself, because we're so blessed as people just to be alive. There's so many people out there right now that are in pain, that are suffering. There are so many people out there that are less fortunate than us. And if we find any kind of sense of trying to bicker about our lives, we need to check ourselves, because we're not living in gratitude. I am fully just so thankful. I'm honestly about to cry because of the life that we just are blessed with. From anybody that lives in Hawaii, It don't matter, you guys. United States of America, gosh, you guys, we are blessed, and we have an opportunity to really grow. And that's where I start from every day. Gratitude, just come, because then that gratitude within you is gonna only just go out towards everybody else. Because when you reach somebody else, you're gonna be able to shine that upon them, and they're gonna be grateful that you were blessed, a blessing, like Tina said. You became a blessing because I always think about the Prudential commercial. You guys, I don't know if you guys remember this commercial. I barely watch TV anymore, but there was the one, all this person did was just open the door for somebody, and that person became grateful. And then that person went on and basically paid it forward and was grateful. And then that person became grateful, and it came back around full circle all the way to the end of the commercial. And you know what? That's how life is. If we can just, every single one of us, just live in a state of gratitude and thankfulness, everything will come back around. The energies, the universe responds to anyone willing to live in this. The universe will give you whatever you put out. And if you start with gratitude, everything will come into existence for you, especially in the positive. What are you grateful for?
I am grateful for everything, so much things, but I am, gratitude is a must. Otherwise, what, like Travis was saying, the energy you put out is basically the energy you're going to get back. So when you're having a bad day, just stop and just think of what are you grateful for? And it totally changes your whole attitude, and it's just the best feeling. We like to start every day listing, 5 things that we're grateful for. And then we like to, send gratitude to people that may be bugging us or something, just, send them love. And before you know it, everything is all good.
Kind of just going off of that, it's not just sending gratitude off to just, for the positive. But gratitude for the people that are challenging you in your life to just grow, because without that discomfort, without that, that feeling of just, you can't grow, you can't shoot, you can't basically continue to move forward, but by releasing that energy towards them and just sending them good and say, thank you, I'm going to move forward today. We're going to continue to make this day a great day. It's only going to get better from there. For real, we're a frequency beings, family, right? We're vibrations. That's why the term good vibes, seriously, it comes straight from the heart, because that's that first vibration, that first initial music that we've ever encountered in life. It's right here. Boom. That boom, boom. We send out good vibes every day. And as we live into that good vibe, that gratitude is the best attitude from there. And once you have that gratitude, boom, life just you are that energy that just keeps going. Sorry, I'm just kind of like,
yeah.
But I'm excited, you guys. I'm grateful for this opportunity to share with you. Like, this is amazing stuff. And I was super thankful. This was one of my gratitudes this morning. I'm like, wow, we get to share with some amazing people and be there in this moment, because we ain't never going to get this time back. So you might as well be grateful for it, right? So.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sonia and Travis. So many powerful thoughts. I'm writing notes, and I have my whole sheet of paper full of notes. So thank you so much. And the thing that came to my mind is a quote I heard before. It says, the more grateful you are, the more you will have to be grateful for. So it's like, it's a magnet, and it's a choice, because I can reflect back on my life. I've lived through some very challenging, dark, painful times in my life. And I remember thinking to myself what I had to be grateful for in the midst of all the chaos that was going on around me. When my life was falling apart, when my loved one passed away, when I was ill, so many things. And I remember this core part of my heart, it kept beating the thought of, but what about this? What about that? What about this beautiful place where you live? What about the fact that you have a comfortable bed to sleep in? What about the fact that you're not hungry? You know what I mean? What about the fact that your children are well at this moment? So it's a choice. And as we do that, more of it opens up. It's like, oh, wow. You know what? I cleared the way. I cleared the path. It's all a part of the journey. Like you guys said, it's all a part of it. Those things that take our breath away, that's a part of the journey as well. So thank you so much for triggering you know, and blessing us with this beautiful vibes right now. We thank you for that. All right, we're going to open it up. Oh my goodness, so much to share. But anyone would like to chime in?
Before somebody chimes in, because I know you all want to and are getting
Yes.
your thoughts together, what I'd like to share is, something I tell my own keiki. I have 3 of beautiful souls. What you think about and thank about, you bring about. So be careful, right? Be careful what you think about, because it'll come back to you. And like Travis and Sonia were all saying, we are all energy. And there's Nikola Tesla, who lived long ago, one of the world's greatest engineers and scientists. If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And so when you have that day of challenge, which I love the way Sonia and Travis put it, challenges can be seen as lessons. What is this here to teach me? As our sister Oprah also asks, what is this here to teach me today? How is it making me grow? How is it making me to be better, to rise above? So I'll let our other friends share, but thank you so much. If somebody doesn't share, I know Tina and Claudia always have something to share. So before they take the floor, speak up, or forever hold your peace, as my mom used to say. Heidi, you have anything?
I'm just absorbing everything. I love the West Hawaii Community Health Center outreach team. Dr. Lee, Tina, and Claudia, you're always inspiring. And today I get to hear from other people as well, Sonia and Travis, and other people who are participating. There's a training that is 3 parts, and it's about trauma-informed care. And families are going to be able to participate in that starting next week. Well, I got to speak to the presenters and listen to them, and they talked about how through the trauma, there's still resilience. And so who was the one? Who was the one person that helped while you were growing up to know that you were loved unconditionally? Was it a relative? Was it a friend? Was it your neighbor? And so I read the book, The Resilient Self, when I was much younger. And I always thought, I just want to be that one. I want to be the one. And as I get older, I realize, well, I want to be the one for a lot of people. And then lately I'm realizing I'm trying to be the one for everybody. And so I'm realizing, okay, only God can do that. So I'm being humbled a lot lately during a pandemic, trying to solve all problems and not being able to, and facing a lot of hurdles. So I'm inspired today, and I just want to thank everyone for sharing, and Sonia and Travis for the quotes, because it's helping ground me quite a bit, and I do appreciate that. I needed that. Thank you.
Thank you, Heidi. So if we don't have any more, Claudia, did you have something? Okay. All right, let's proceed. We have more. More is coming up.
Tina, I have a private message from Lynn. She says, so much I want to say, but I can't, LOL, because she's holding down the fort at
Yes.
the center. But even though I can't participate how I would like to today, just listening in, I'm getting butterflies and just feeling so uplifted by their mana'o today. So mahalo nui from Lynn.
Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you for being present. Your energy
Thanks,
has
Lynn.
reached us. Go ahead, Claudia.
Okay, here, I'll read this quote here. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
Yeah, so we really
Tell us about this.
you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable and know that success is on the other side of fear. You have to, something's got to challenge you, or you're going to just be complacent. You're going to be the same. Nothing's going to change. So, it's got to be challenging, and it'll definitely, change. Transformation will happen.
Yeah. Adversity is our biggest factor towards growth. We are put on this earth to be challenged. We're not here to just sit and do nothing. We're here to keep growing, family. And whatever vessel, in whatever journey, whatever you want to grow in, just know that the obstacle is the way. That's the biggest thing, is that when we want to grow, there will be obstacles that we need to overcome. And if we can't overcome them, it won't ever change us. If it's just getting off the couch, if that couch is our obstacle, we need to get up. Because then maybe we can walk, and then maybe we can run, and we can enjoy what life can bring to us, or just, if anything out there, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Like, for real. I guess I'm like monkey brained right now because of everything that I'm just loving what's going on. But like, all I know is this, with whatever you want to do in life, you just got to go for it. Every day is a challenge. Every single day you're going to come across something that's going to shake your peace, something that's going to just make you want to give up. But you're going to just say no, because you know what? You're worth it, because you're willing to grow. And that's what you need to wake up with, is with a purpose to grow every single day. Because if you don't want to grow, then just do nothing and just chill out, have, cruise. But if you want to grow, accept the challenge. I love that idea of just saying, when somebody just puts a challenge on you, say challenge accepted, because I'm willing to grow. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to push myself to the next level. I've heard a quote that it goes like this: discomfort is the price of a meaningful life. Discomfort is the price of a meaningful life. We cannot grow, we cannot move forward in life without a little discomfort. Yeah. Shucks, growing pains from when we were younger, fam. You know what I mean? Those are the small things from the beginning, like learning how to just, obey our parents. That's like, you don't want to do that in the beginning, but guess what? That helps you grow as a person. That helps you respect. It helps you understand, what's going on in this world. Everything has a purpose. Everything is a challenge. From opening your eyes this morning, that's a challenge to a lot. And once you open it, that changed your life, because you could have just stayed in bed and did nothing. But guess what? You're here right now, and we're moving forward. And I could say a lot about this quote, but it really just comes down to, if you want change, embrace the obstacle. Because once you embrace the obstacle, which is most likely yourself, you are your biggest obstacle. The sky's the limit again, family. Change is inevitable when we embrace the obstacle and go through it. Okay. That's all I got, I guess.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. You dropping bombs on us on every slide. You're blowing me away. I just, something came to my heart that I've been dealing with this week in terms of challenge. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. I've known for a long time, I've had a challenge with loving myself, taking care of myself, honoring myself, putting myself first in areas. I've been very codependent in my life, and, I've put other people first, put other people on the pedestal, all the while I suffered, And so I read something earlier this week, and it said, my life is actually a moving prayer. My life, my expression of being is a moving prayer. When I make those moves, when I make those calls, when I'm helping others, when I'm going about my day, I'm a moving, beautiful prayer. And I loved what Heidi said earlier. She says, I wanted to be the one for everyone. Yes, we do want to be the one for everyone. That was what I suffered from. But what happens is we deplete ourselves. And then I had to step back and be the one for me. I had to be the one for myself. And then so what happens is when we fill ourselves up, when we fill our containers, what happens is an overflow of love and passion comes out from our hearts. That energy is an overflow. And then that's where others can enjoy the sweet, sweet waters of our soul. That's the key. Filling ourselves up and then others enjoying the overflow of what we have to offer. So I just wanted to share. You guys just, yeah, you're good. You're good. Thank you so much. All right.
That was powerful, Tina. I just want to add also for all of our Feel Good Friday Hui members here, and many of you, if not all of you, have heard this before, but when I was listening to Sonia and Travis, that thought flashed. So each day we have 1,440 minutes given to us to do something with. And if we just challenge ourselves, and this is what I like to do to my twin sister and her ohana over in Maui, take 1% of your day and work on yourself. So that's 14 minutes if you think about it. The 1,440 minutes, 1% of that is only 14 minutes. Sonia and Travis were referencing earlier, when they wake up, they focus on self first. Take time for yourself, 1% of your day. That's the challenge. That's the second challenge, besides considering your why. So mahalo for letting me share that.
Dropping bombs. Everybody's dropping bombs today.
Oh, dealers.
But these are simple bombs, right?
Yeah,
Look at the word can. It's 3 letters. Start with yourself for why.
that's why we pick those slides, Dr. Lee. It's that simple. Life is simple, but we make it complicating as people. We really do, and that's what's the challenge. Then why are we making life so complicated when we have everything in our grasp to make it happen for our lives? The greatest gift that we have is the power of choice. In my mind, we can choose daily how our day will end. Things will come up, but we still can choose how we are going to end our day. And it just comes into full circle. You start off with gratitude, you remember your why, you think you can, and basically when those obstacles come up, you bust through them. It's going to be a great day because you just had a lot of growth in just those 4 things, right? And so we're all here to just support one another. And honestly, I learned a lot. Like I told Tina, I was loving on the recordings, because even though we've been away, we've been able to watch these recordings, and we have the power to choose to feel good every Friday with you guys. And we love it. You know what I mean? Because imagine if all of us go out and just continue to feel good and shine towards everybody that we meet. Yeah. Remember, just think about this. Go with the 3-yard rule. Whoever's in your vicinity, just give them a smile. Just that. You having that choice to just love on somebody today by just giving them eye contact and smiling. And if they don't like it, it's okay. You just keep shining. You know what I mean? It's not a weird thing because you didn't come off weird in your heart. You know what I mean? So you keep moving. You keep being a blessing, like Tina started off today. And you know what? Like I said, the power of choice to feel good, it really is a choice. And that's why we love being a part of this Feel Good Fridays. You guys are amazing, Wasoi. You guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you, Travis. Thank you, Sonia. Oh my God, my heart has exploded. I'm surprised I'm still breathing right now. Claudia, let's go ahead and progress. We're going to progress because we want to be respectful of everyone's time, but this is so important, and we're going to have Dr. Lee talk about this slide.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Sonia and Travis, for a phenomenal Feel Good Friday session. What I'd like to do is just share with you all this reimagined purpose reimagined, excuse me. Next Wednesday, we'll have a free Zoom, 9 to 10 a.m. The link is there. You can register at vibranthawaii.org. Get involved. That'll direct you to RSVP. Richard Leiter is the gentleman here. I worked with him through Blue Zones Project, never met him until 4 months ago when I decided to bring the aspect of purpose into the Department of Innovation and Transformation. He lives in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's coming to talk story with us. Travis, earlier you referenced the power to choose. Well, this man here, Richard Leiter, had a chance to study under Viktor Frankl, the psychologist who survived many challenges. And Viktor Frankl, in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, says the purpose that we are all here is to help another find their purpose and to give good to others. So with boundaries and limitations, right? We can't be the one for all, But between that stimulus, that event that happens to you and the response, there lies in that middle the power to choose. And so please, if you are able to, join us next week. If you're unable to, we're going to record it. So register and we can send you this link. This is going to be a real great gift. Tina and I will then be hosting Purpose Reimagine parties, virtual, for you and your hui. If you want to get your best friends together, we're going to be giving free books called The Power of Purpose. This is thanks to Vibrant Hawaii CARES grant funding, but Tina and I have, with Richard's blessing, created a customized Purpose Reimagine workshop where we will get to walk you through some of these activities to help you get closer to your purpose in living 7 to 10 years longer, Sarah, right? Blue Zone says 7 to 10 years longer. So hang out with like-minded people. Thanks, Tina.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. We want to thank everyone for being on this. They just get better and better. Our Feel Good Fridays are getting just better and better. And we want to thank all of you for lending your energy and, being here. Please remember to share this with your network of folks, someone that you think needs some encouragement, or maybe someone who's on fire and they can add something to what we're doing here. Everyone is welcome. And so we just want to say mahalo, have a wonderful weekend, and God bless. God bless. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Travis.
Aloha. Thank you.
guys.
This is
Aloha.
awesome.
Uyo, malama pono.
Aloha, travel safely back home.
Thank you.